Hello, I'm Dr. Keith Miles. I am so glad you came to visit us today on our website. And here's what I want to talk to you about today. It's the subject called anxiety. Perhaps there's never been a time in America like the time we live in today. Everybody's anxious about something. And perhaps you're that person who struggles with anxiety often. You know, it's interesting. I have a friend of mine who is a physician in an emergency room in a hospital, and he tells me that many of the cases that come in, people who think they have heart attacks, for example, actually have nothing physically wrong with them. They have anxiety. And maybe you suffer with that. Well, let me tell you what I have discovered in 35 years of counseling. I've discovered, I believe, that when anxiety takes place, it is because the mind and the body separate. For whatever reason that takes place, now the body has no control. It has nothing instructing. The mind was doing that, now the mind's not doing that. The mind is off on its own and it doesn't know what to do because it used to control the body. Now it doesn't know what to do, so there's a calamity going on. In our counseling room, we discovered something. You perhaps know about eye-to-hand coordination. We have video games today where our children play sitting on the couch, using their hands, but also using their eyes. Because our eyes and our hands need to be coordinated. So does our body and our mind. So when anxiety starts, and most of us know when that's happening because we know the feelings that lead up to anxiety, when anxiety begins to start, you can quickly stop it. Not with drugs, but with something so simple like a stone. I have in my hand a scripture rock, a smooth rock that has scripture on it. In my book, Conquering Fears, Feelings, and Emotions, chapter number 3 is on anxiety. There you will find what I call 26 hideaway scriptures. They're designed for the mind. And so you begin to memorize those, and when anxiety starts, the first thing you do is quote to yourself a hiding place scripture, which alerts your mind that it needs to pay attention. As you do that, you take this smooth stone and simply rub it in your hands. Let your fingers go over it and over it and over it. And what happens is the mind begins to get the idea you want it to pay attention. So as you rub the stone and as you quote the scripture, the mind and the body begin to come back together. And as they do, there is a peace that comes over you and you have stopped the calamity of anxiety. Believe me, this works. Over years of experience, I've watched people who have suffered from anxiety use a simple stone to take away anxiety. And by the way, on this website, you could purchase a stone just like this if you like to have something that has scripture on it, so you can just rub this as you take away the anxiety in your life. So don't suffer any longer. Buy the book, read that chapter. There are exercises there for you to do. Get your stone. And today, take care of the anxiety so that every time it wants to raise its ugly head, you can put it away. And you will be at peace as God blesses you, and you will be a person who is at ease in everything, knowing that you can conquer those emotions. Today, my prayer is with you that God will bless you and you will grow in Him.